So yung gospel today um is about the time when Judas si Judas parang he asked yung mga uh, kalaban ni Jesus during their time how much yung makukuha niya if he hands over Jesus to them. And yun nga yung sagot is 30 pieces of silver. And when I was thinking about it, I wondered what if I were really to hand Jesus over to, to everything, like if I'm going to give him up for something, what would that be worth? Um, and you know, if I'm being self-righteous, like if I'm being self-righteous, I would have to say na, oh, he's worth my life. Like I would give up my life for him, or something like that. And then I realized, and I was also reading that Dake kanina, parang medyo may divine alignment lang, na when I read about it, Sister Reng Morelos was saying na yung parang what he gave up, what ano yun? He handed she handed Jesus over for another episode of what she's watching in Netflix before she prays the rosary, and then another game of may game siyang sinabi, wordscapes or something like that. And I was wondering, yung sa akin, ano, and I realized na um, I'm giving up Jesus for a few more minutes of adult coloring. I'm giving up Jesus for a few more minutes of scrolling um, aimlessly over Facebook, Instagram. I'm giving Jesus up for a lot of things. And then I remember something that I've 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 known since I was in elementary, and it was the concept of being busy. Busy is spelled as Busy, and it stands for being under Satan's yoke. So, and and then when I remember that, it was like, oh my God, when I'm busy with something, I'm actually being under Satan's yoke, and it means that I'm not giving time for God. I'm not giving time for Christ. So that's what I'm giving him up for. I'm giving him up for time not spent with him. Does that make sense? Um, yun. Anyway, I started doing this so that I don't know, it's also like an online reflection or something. I'm in my house clothes, I don't have any makeup on, and I was inspired by one of my college classmates doing this. And I was like, okay, just go with it if it's gonna be telling other people na wow, it's really a wonderful thing to read the Bible, to read the daily scriptures or daily readings when you start the day. And then you get to think about these things, to contemplate about these things early in the morning, and it gets your mind riled up for whatever you need to think about or whatever you need to do for the day for your family, especially now ECQ tayo. And we're on a lockdown here in Laguna. um, I have um, I have time. I have time to do this, and perhaps um, you could also um, you could also tell me what you've reflected on, and we could have like this online LG. reflection, discussion of the word of the day. So I guess I'm starting that today informally. Um, yeah, I do hope you get to read the scriptures today. It's a really nice reflection, especially now that it's really timing kasi Holy Wednesday ngayon. So, yeah, in preparation for the the 3 days, the Holy Week Chinun. So there was my reflection. So hopefully I have another one tomorrow.